Jordan did everything right. Cut calories, ran every other day, and still gained the weight back. Turns out, his body was storing fat on purpose. It thought it was starving. Quick note, this is educational, not medical advice. If something feels serious, talk to a doctor. Now here's the story. Jordan wanted to lose 15 pounds before summer, so Jordan did what most people do. Cut calories, skipped breakfast most days, went for a run 3 times a week, and it worked for a while. 10 pounds gone in 2 months. Jordan felt proud. Jordan felt in control. Then something strange happened.
That can't be right.
The weight loss stopped. Jordan was eating less than ever, and the scale wouldn't move. A few weeks after that, it started going the other way. Jordan gained the weight back, all of it, plus a little more, and nothing about the routine had changed. Same restriction, same runs, same discipline. So what happened? At the same time, across town, someone else was going through a completely different experience. Emma had also decided to lose weight that year, but Emma's approach looked almost lazy by comparison. She didn't cut calories drastically. She didn't run every other day. She made small changes, more protein at breakfast, a short walk after dinner, going to bed a little earlier, slower, less dramatic. And a year later, Emma had lost the weight and kept it off. Jordan hadn't lost anything at all. Here's what most people don't know. Your body doesn't see calorie cutting the way you do. It doesn't know you're trying to look better for summer. It only knows one thing: energy coming in just dropped. And to your body, that looks exactly like one thing: famine. So it adapts. Your metabolism slows down. Not because you're lazy, but because your body is trying to protect itself by burning less energy on everything: digestion, temperature regulation, even your thoughts. Researchers call this metabolic adaptation. It's the same system that kept humans alive for hundreds of thousands of years without grocery stores, back when a sudden drop in food supply actually meant starvation, not a diet plan. Jordan's body couldn't tell the difference. 15 pounds by summer, or an actual famine. It responded to both the same way. But metabolism slowing down is only half the story. 2 hormones were working against Jordan at the same time. The first is leptin, the hormone that tells your brain, we have enough energy stored, you can stop being hungry now. When you lose weight quickly, leptin drops. Fast. Your brain gets the signal that fat stores are dangerously low even if they're not. So it does the opposite of what you want. It turns up hunger, quietly, in the background, day after day, until willpower alone isn't enough to override it. The second is cortisol, your stress hormone. Restrictive dieting is physically a stressor, even if it doesn't feel like one emotionally. And chronically elevated cortisol doesn't just increase appetite, it specifically encourages your body to store fat around the abdomen as a kind of emergency reserve, exactly the area Jordan was trying hardest to lose weight from. This is not a small side effect happening to a few unlucky people. It's the norm. According to data referenced by the National Institutes of Health and the Obesity Society, somewhere between 80 and 95% of people who lose a significant amount of weight regain it within 3 to 5 years. A separate long-term analysis out of UCLA, reviewing over 30 long-term diet studies, found something even more striking. The majority of dieters didn't just regain the weight. Many ended up heavier than when they started. Researchers are now clear on one thing. This is not a willpower problem. It's a coordinated biological response: hormones, metabolism, and brain signaling, all working together to defend your original weight. There's a term for this. Some researchers call it your body's set point. Your body seems to defend a certain weight range, the same way it defends your body temperature. Drop below it too fast, and your body pulls every lever it has to bring you back. Eat more efficiently. Burn less energy at rest. Increase hunger signals, sometimes for months. Jordan wasn't failing. Jordan's body was doing exactly what it evolved to do: protect against starvation, using a system built for a world that no longer exists. So why did Emma's approach work when Jordan's didn't? Emma, without necessarily knowing the research, ended up doing almost everything differently at the biological level. Because Emma's calorie reduction was gradual, her body never registered the sharp, sudden drop that triggers a full starvation response. Her leptin levels had time to adjust slowly instead of crashing. And because she wasn't running herself into exhaustion or skipping meals, her cortisol stayed relatively stable instead of spiking the way Jordan's did. There's more. Emma's small addition, more protein at breakfast, does something specific. Research on satiety shows protein is more filling per calorie than carbohydrates or fat, which meant Emma's hunger signals stayed quieter throughout the day without her having to white-knuckle through cravings. And her short evening walks weren't about burning extra calories. Walking, especially after meals, has been shown to help regulate blood sugar responses, which plays directly into insulin, another hormone tightly linked to fat storage. None of what Emma did was extreme. That was the entire point. Her body never perceived a threat, so it never fought back. This doesn't mean rapid weight loss never works, or that everyone regains everything, always. But the research consistently points toward a few things that work with your biology, instead of against it. Gradual calorie reduction, rather than a steep cut, appears to trigger less of the starvation response. Resistance training, not just cardio, helps preserve muscle mass, which keeps your metabolic rate higher during weight loss. And sleep, something almost no diet plan focuses on, directly regulates leptin and cortisol, the exact two hormones that quietly worked against Jordan and quietly worked for Emma the whole time. Jordan's body wasn't broken. It wasn't undisciplined. It was doing exactly what human bodies have done for thousands of generations, protecting itself from what looked biologically like starvation. Emma didn't have more willpower than Jordan. She simply never triggered the alarm system in the first place. Understanding that mechanism doesn't make weight loss easy, but it explains why so many people feel like they're fighting their own body, because in a very real sense, some of them are, and some of them, without realizing it, have found a way to work with it instead. If this changed the way you see your own body, you're not alone in needing to hear it. Subscribe to Inside Human, because your body's been trying to tell you things all along. We're just here to help you finally listen. Next video, we look at another system your body quietly defends without you realizing it, one connected to something on your face most people blame on the wrong thing entirely.